Hey guys, this is a message that I've been working on for a few days, and it's been getting a lot of interruption, and so we'll see if it'll come out again today. I did write down some notes, and so I do want to read some things. The message is focused on and you guys have to just excuse me because I'm still in the process of figuring out how to get my schedule in a way that I can make more consistent messages. And so it's going to be a bit, I'm going to say sporadic for now until I can get a handle on my schedule here. So the point is, I am making the effort to bring a message forward. It's been taking some time because life is doing its thing, and I'm adjusting accordingly, as we all do. And so each day is different. I never know what is to be expected in each day, and so learning how to be more fluid and move with the tides, move with the wind, and so on and so forth. So greetings to you all. Welcome to my channel. If you have not been here before, greetings. My name is Miriam. I do connect with the divine to bring you guided messages. I have different channels that I have started over the years, and I'm trying to do my best to bring everything in a way that it's more cohesive. I have a couple of channels that I'm working on right now, and so once I get those going, I'll start again to make more consistent messages. All right, so whatever this finds you and whatever channel this finds you on, don't forget to subscribe. I welcome your comments and your feedback. Of course, high vibrational energy is the best, right? But of course, if you're struggling with some things, we can definitely talk about those things in the chat as well, or in the comment section. All right, so let's get on with the message. 233 might be a sync for you, possibly. My left eye just started itching all of a sudden. Okay, guys. Okay, so this message focused around the mental space, the processing, the thinking, the overthinking, the exhaustion that does happen at times when we get fixated on a specific subject, topic, or even person. The message, I wouldn't say it's focused on a specific person. However, it could be surrounding the thought patterns, the belief systems, just whatever things you've held fast to, your ideologies, or some may say your worldview, but take it how it resonates for you. If it's specific to a particular person, then that's how you read the message, okay? Always seek for guidance when you're receiving messages from anywhere, from any platform, because you are your own authority, and these messages and these platforms are to be of a support or a guide to help you on your journey, however you see fit. Okay, and never force like anything. Okay, if it's not fitting, it's just not for you. That's okay. All right, so artificial intelligence was one of the first things that just came out when I was sitting a few days ago when I initially received the message. And I do pull tarot cards, and what was coming out was a lot of swords energy. Swords energy speaks about the mental again, your perception, how you are seeing a particular situation that needed to shift. Okay, and then recently hangman energy came out, so it gave me a sense of finally shifting out of a space, like getting out of the head, you know, and being able to do something tangible. So it could have been someone was in this space of processing information, internalizing certain things, and living out a truth that perhaps was not your truth. So there was a bit of a deceptive energy, not, let's say, someone being intentionally or purposefully trying to do harm in any way. It was just, when you filter information through a specific lens based on your belief system, then definitely it's going to shape how you view the situation and then influence your actions, of course, right, resulting in perhaps situations that are not as aligned as you would like them to be. And so that's the gist of the message, that it looks like the collective at large has come through this space of maybe processing, overthinking, mental exhaustion, coming out of a heavier note of just being in the head, right? And finally bringing closure to that. And what has influenced this is that the perception is shifting. So I'm not sure if you connected with new individuals, new material, or if you're in a new environment or doing something new, but whatever new that you have just started, that is helping to shift or reshape how you see and process situations. So that is always a positive thing, okay? Let me see if I can pull some of these notes out that okay. So initially there was a disconnect, okay? And something is ending. This is what I'm reading from what I wrote down. Ending something, how we see or how you see or perceive information, okay? Nine of Swords, I did talk about that. That's just staying on a topic longer than you need to, overthinking a situation, and becoming stagnant in that thought pattern, okay, that over analysis. There has been some distrust due to not trusting the information that you may have been receiving, and also self-doubt that may have seeped into the picture as well. This was causing a disalignment, okay, because perhaps you were not trusting something and not trusting yourself. Okay, as far as it relates to AI, when you connect to information online, the internet, which is AI, right, you may find multiple characters or topics that they could be relevant to a certain extent regarding your life. However, everything does not need to be absorbed as the truth, okay? You are able to dissect or analyze or just kind of review the information and see what part of that information aligns with your truth, okay? And that is how you are to ingest or digest those pieces of information. You don't have to take the whole as, now this is, you're going to change up your entire lifestyle to fit into this, when that truth may not even be specific to you, or it's not something that's going to identify with your purest form, okay? Let me see. So internet, okay, so internal network, okay, so we got spider web on here, connections or disconnections. Three of Swords came out with the star, and so there's some type of acknowledgement or some type of prominent situation that has caused someone to be in this space of feeling either like forced to stay or trapped in a circumstance. But again, it's the perception where you're holding yourself back based on the idea that perhaps this dream is not real, or this is not something that you can perhaps undertake. Let me see what else. So I wrote, not allowing yourself to dream bigger or outside of a set construct or rules, being bound to an idea or thought that if you think hard enough or study long enough or put a lot of effort into something, it will all come together in the end. And then this is like the false, the false perception. And that's applicable in certain instances. Of course, if you have an exam, of course, you need to study for the exam, some more than others. But the point is, you do have to put effort into certain things, but it doesn't have to be to the point or the place of exhaustion, okay? Tower energy came out also, right? Which is the disruption that is happening to shift you out of this like mindset. Many times we look at the tower as, you know, an interruption, which it can be viewed as that, because it does stop you to readjust your attention to elsewhere. So yeah, the tower, those are just events that occur in our lives that tends to uproot something, or tends to just bring our, again, our focus on a specific matter that perhaps we were not seeing correctly, handling, or even aware of, right? So it could have been something that we were completely oblivious to, which that makes sense because the moon card came out, right? So the moon does speak of something more pervasive. It's under the current. You're not quite aware. It's in the subconscious, perhaps. So it's like you're playing this record on low in the background. You know how you're in a restaurant and you hear the elevator music. So something like that, okay? Where it's a script that has been playing that needs to be rewritten, okay? And so unless you know what script you're following, you're not going to know how to shift out of it. And so this is interesting for sure, especially since this is the third go at bringing this message forward. So let's continue with the notes here. So someone definitely had tunnel vision. That's pretty much the point. And then the situation that occurred was to bring some disruption, to realign your gaze where it needed to be. The point of that was because, you know, the two opinions that are at play that could have been fighting for your attention. So two thoughts, right? Two directions, two ideas, right? So there was a conflict that could have been at play, you know, and it's like the old with the new. If you're trying to step into a new way of being, and then there's the old things that haven't been fully cleared out, that could be an example. The two also could be as far as your own thoughts and then the thoughts and ideas of others, right? So learning how to either mesh the two, merge the two, learning how to like be okay with voicing your own ideas, and then even if it is disagreed upon, still having the confidence to step into your ideas, and also to consider the ideas of others. You know, it doesn't mean that you have to take them on as your own. It's simply allowing yourself to expand in that way, where you at least are able to see the perspectives of another person. Again, you don't have to buy into the narrative or hold that to be your truth. It simply could just enhance the truths that you already, you know, agree with or that you believe. Let's see what else is here. And if you need to fast forward, fast forward. This might be a lengthy one. Let's see. Okay, so I wrote not speaking the whole or full truth. This is deception, deceptive energy, or pervasive, not being clear about a particular group, topic, or idea. Moon energy with the Six of Swords, which speaks about transitioning out of that space, moving away from that internal conflict, or that way of seeing things or viewing individuals, even, or even yourself. This could be something about how you viewed yourself as far as any type of limitations you may have set. Like, okay, this is not possible for me to do. I can't do this. Things of that nature. Or if it's about a gender, it's like, oh, males are not supposed to do this, or females are not supposed to do this, or vice versa. So take it how it resonates, okay? Alrighty then. Okay, let's see. All right, then the Two of Coins came out, being fair or equal. All right. So it looks like there's some balance that's going to be coming to the situation, because now you're able to see things in a way that it's more realistic, right? Two of Pentacles, like it's workable, like you can actually integrate these truths, and you could actually apply them in your everyday life. And so now this brings balance into a situation, whereas before perhaps it was too high, too in the sky, right? And maybe you were aiming a bit too low. So someone has found the medium. You brought balance into the internal space, and so now you're going to see manifestation take hold in the day-to-day doings, right, or dealings. All right. Okay, so that's all that I have for that message, and we're going to shift now to pulling some cards and seeing what would like to come out. Okay. Again, if you're new here, welcome in. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for tuning in. Okay. My channel, I did have a couple of names for this channel. Joyful Light Oracle. I did change it to 707 Light Sage Tarot. And again, I'll be developing another platform, Dove Moon Tarot as well. But again, I'm working on that because I may have to just condense everything just the way life is going. So we're going to just look at how to expand this message a little further. All right. Okay, 2 cards want to come out. Okay, this is the Hermit with the Death energy. Okay, so definitely this is some work that someone has been doing independently, right? They've been doing some work on their own, on themselves, exploring, you know, some situations that has transpired in their lives. And I'm looking at how the Hermit card is facing the Death energy, how something ended, okay? And it's gaining a new understanding about an ending. Okay, it's gaining perhaps a higher understanding about some type of ending. This is, I'm looking at the lantern that the Hermit is holding, and the Hermit appears to be like on a mountain. Okay, so they may have had to travel to this space, and they're looking at a distance, right, to something perhaps that they could have been close with, but are no longer in alignment with, right? The Death number 13, that which was just yesterday, 613, speaks about like transformation, okay? It's not necessarily a physical ending per se as far as your life. It speaks more so of there's a major change that's happening in a situation because it was not feeding you perhaps, or it wasn't giving what you need, or perhaps there was scarcity. That just means like there wasn't enough of something in a situation, okay? It's almost like you're eating the bone, but all the meat is like, you've eaten all the meat off of the bone, and what's left is like the marrow, right? And there's nothing else to get out of that situation perhaps, okay? So the need to, maybe someone didn't understand why something ended in a situation. Red ribbon could be significant. Someone may like red wine as well. Someone could have been having, like, the eyes are closed, so closing a chapter, or let's say during your sleep, maybe you're having some type of I'm gonna say maybe remembrance, like understanding something. So things could be coming to you in the dreams state, okay? 3 of Cups. Okay, so there could have been a situation where you were at a distance or have been at a distance from something, taking time to really make sense of the situation, and now we have Three of Cups coming out. So this could have been something that you were very close to, close with, okay? Seven of Swords next to the Three of Cups. And so like something wasn't quite clear or wasn't in the open, it wasn't disclosed. Okay, so disclosure, something about disclosure. Friendly disclosure. Okay, this could be a situation that you were fond of or are fond of. Five of Cups. All right. So you're definitely realizing something about a situation that you were fond of, right? There was something that was not disclosed in the situation, or you're just now finding out about the situation, which is leading to a sense of, I wish I had known, I wish I had known. So someone may be in the space where they wish they had known something with the Five of Cups and the Hermit. I wish I had known something about this situation. Maybe that could have, negated this ending, or something could have been diffused earlier, something could have been disclosed earlier, and that would have brought something together better, perhaps. The water is kind of choppy right now for some reason. Just the message is choppy, it seems, for me. Six of Cups. Okay. It's choppy because this could be just memories, right? So someone could be just, again, in the mental, but I'm seeing cups right now. So, when you remember something, you tend to have the feeling that goes with that memory. And so someone could be like not disclosing how something truly impacted them emotionally, okay? Like this ending truly, like that I was close to, or that you were close to, right? Putting myself in the place of whoever this energy could be. And I know I've been in this space before, but the point is just the thought of, okay, if I had known something, if I had done this, if I had communicated these things, if I had shared my plans with another person, perhaps I would not have been experiencing this journey of solitude, or this journey of whatever this journey is that someone is experiencing. Six of Cups tend to speak about maybe past, or something that you were fond of, okay? A youthful energy, maybe not being fully developed. I'm getting developed, as far as maturity wise. When I said youthful, so a younger energy that may have not felt ready, mature, able to do something, which we were just talking about that other message where, someone was really in the mind a lot, over analyzing a situation, and it was causing a sense of like tension and exhaustion because of the overthinking. And so that has shifted, okay? So this could be just, we're looking at how something has shifted now to where we're looking at the heart space now. We're looking at, wow, this truly has impacted me to a certain level that I didn't anticipate that it would have impacted me, right? That's just what I'm getting from the message right now. And it feels stable. When I said that just now, it's not like this person is having you know, that song, It's My Party, I Can Cry If I Want to. Yeah, they've probably shed tears, or you may have shed tears, but it's not like it's overwhelming to this point right now. And so wherever this finds you right now, the person or whatever situation this is, it's no longer as prominent or as significant in your reality as it was at times past, right? Before, previously. So 3 cards speaking about the heart, the emotions, 2 major arcana. So a major event and gaining the insight about this event. Okay, and so the one of the bigger lessons to look at in this dynamic would be how you have aligned yourself or realigned yourself. Okay, so there could be someone that's in the process of realigning themselves internally. That's why things may have been a bit slower. Okay, turtle energy, slower, where it was not maybe manifesting at the space, in the space and at the pace that you had desired. Okay, because there was some shifting that needed to take place in the thought process. Knave of Wands. All right, I did say younger energy. Definitely, yeah, younger energy. Right now, I see 2 cards that has masculine energies on them. So you could be a masculine. You could have tattoos, just based on what's on the card. So you have a lot of ideas, clearly, that these ideas, they inspire you, okay? You feel inspired about the ideas that you have, and you wanna move in a certain direction with these ideas. Here's the Knight of Swords that's coming out right next to the Knave of Wands. Yeah, you have like this idea, right? And so you want to move quickly with these ideas. You want to just communicate, execute them in a way that you're not wasting any time. So someone doesn't want to waste any time with these ideas that they have, with this new insight that they have. I want to look at something on this Knight of Swords. And if you're not familiar with me, I do take my time usually, unless like the message is just coming through at like rapid fire. I usually take my time with these messages. So again, you can always fast forward. There is free will, but for those who are still tracking, great. Appreciate you. I'm looking up the Knight of Swords because I'm curious to see what the booklet says. I usually don't refer to the booklets. I just read these intuitively based on what I'm getting. Okay. That's interesting. All right, so for the Hermit, it does say the seeker or the sage, wisdom and inspiration from above or within, vigilance, okay, withdrawal, contemplation, discretion, safety, protection, seeking truth, justice, spiritual quest, understanding, self, okay, or maybe self-denial as well. So that's for the Hermit. I wasn't looking for that, but that's where the page took me, so maybe someone needed to understand that. That's this card. person that's on that mountain, right? Taking time to explore their internal dynamics or their world, how things work within themselves, or just doing some introspection, looking at some past situations. 6 of Cups, 5 of Cups also. All right. Let's see, hold on. All right, so I had to press pause because I needed to get this booklet to the Knights that I'm looking up, and it's this card that I'm looking up. Okay. Basically, for the the Knights, it says they're usually younger, of course, but I'm trying to see what are the attributes here. So just to give you some additional guidance from the booklet. It says adventurous, chivalrous, romantic, revolutionary energy, creating movement and change. So movement and change, intensive, expansive, goal-oriented. So intensive, expansive, and movement, or creating movement. I would use that for the Knight of Swords. So remember I said there's a younger individual, masculine energy, has this idea, a new spark of inspiration they want to expand on, they want to move with, right? And then the strength also, right? Just so you know, you have the ability, you are able to do this. Strength energy is coming out. This is a feminine though, that's next to this lion. So there is, looks like you have some type of support. You have the abilities, you have the strength, right? Clearly Leo energy. Something about the appearance, the sun shining, exposure. Okay, gaining exposure. So something that you're doing, whatever idea that you have, it looks like you're going to gain exposure or expansion from this idea. Okay, something is expanding, something is growing. Okay, it's moving. So there's some type of movement happening with this idea that you have. Okay, what else do we need to know about this situation? That's the World. Okay, the World card. Ending. Okay, a completion. Okay, all right, completing something. Taurus energy and Leo energy, so that's earth and fire. Okay, so it looks like when you perhaps take the necessary steps, right, to ground whatever this is that you're attempting to expand on, it looks like you're going to be successful, you know, because the World is here. That's a sense of completion. This is going to bring about some type of change in a dynamic, okay? And maybe is that you needed the strength. Let's say you had the idea to maybe change something, okay? Change something up. It looks like that's being supported. The idea that you have to change something is being supported, whether it be to close something out, whether it be to start something new. It looks like it's supported. Okay, let's confirm that. The strength and the World. I'm gonna have to merge these two videos because I'm using the device where you can actually pause, and of course, oh my goodness, I just have to merge these two videos because now the one has become 2. So that's interesting. So the one has become 2, and then you have to merge. So that's interesting. So something that was shared, or something that someone started. Someone else may have taken on the role and taken something over, and now there's going to be a merging, like, okay, bringing back together, like, okay, your ideas and someone else's ideas. Or let's say if it was someone's project that they started and now it was handed over to you, well, now you are going to be the one to tailor it to fit whatever situation, and that will be the end product. Okay, taking something over, finishing something that perhaps you didn't start, or finishing something that you start but with the assistance of someone else or another energy. I'm trying to clarify the strength with the world. Oh, right, a different deck. I need a different deck. Here's the Three of Wands, right? The plans, the strategies, the things that are finally moving. Okay, it's a sense of travel. Okay, it's a sense of things coming together, working together with another person. So three, or alliances. So three could be significant, does speak about growth, expansion, collaboration. So it's a collaborative energy. Am I using this one? Okay. Scorpio. So someone definitely is an idealist. Someone is very passionate about a situation, about this transformation, okay? And you're actually magnetizing or you're attracting in the very thing that you want. There definitely was an ending about a situation. It may have created some emotional distress in the, I don't know, distant past, perhaps. Someone could be a water sign. 8th house could be specific, something that you desire to do. Okay, we're talking about something that you desire to do. Definitely there's a rebirth of the situation, something that is transforming. Scorpio could be your sign, sun sign, or you have strong Scorpio placements. Scorpio also speaks about those heavier notes of ending something, okay? 5 of Wands, okay, that's what I was seeing at the bottom of the other card deck. So 5 of Wands, politics, ambition. Okay, so ambition. So just so you know, your prayers have been heard, or your, you know, when you set out intentions or you communicate these, you have these deep desires that maybe you don't share with other people. Well, they're being heard somehow, okay? And they're being heard because you're desiring to align with things that are going to better either suit you or represent you in a more authentic way. So you're aligning with your truth, and because you're aligning with your truth, that's why you're being supported, okay? 5 of Wands typically speaks about some type of change. Could be change in direction, or some type of some difficulties or some challenges with making this change. So maybe you're seeing some obstacles, perhaps, whether it's just, again, the thinking or feeling as though you're not supported, like you need something else to make this whatever this is, to take the next step. You may need something else. So things are happening under the surface that you're not fully seeing. And so perhaps with the strength, it's encouraging you to, have faith, be encouraged. Things are going to be working out as they should, okay? 2 of Wands energy. I'm using the tarot, angel tarot now. It says the helping God. So you are getting assistance, okay? You are getting assistance. You are making the right decisions as far as the direction you're attempting to shift or pivot to. It looks like, where there was 5, like, okay, multiple energies in the dynamic. Now you have 2. So from 5 to 2, that is simplifying something, okay? So perhaps you have a lot of ideas that you're thinking to launch, right? Remember I said this person is very inspired, young, a youthful individual, have a lot of desires or ambition, right? And then, you know, wanting to be very quick about it to execute those visions or ideas, okay? Now, in order to do that, you're going to have to simplify from this Five of Wands, right? From this Five of Wands energy. You're going to have to simplify to the Two of Wands, okay? So this will be more manageable. So there might be two main ideas, two main things, two main individuals that you want to collaborate with, or just reducing something, right? How much work you're putting into a situation. That could be what's transforming. That could be the change that is being shown at this time. What is this? Knight of Pentacles. Okay. Just pace yourself, because what's happening right now is that you are gaining some experience in something. So just pace yourself. It all has a way of working out, and it's going to take time, consistency. That's the Knight of Pentacles. So this is that slower energy that is more paced, okay? It's more I would say reasonable with how it executes things. It's more grounded. That's the Taurus energy, perhaps, that I saw. It doesn't rush things. It takes its time, and it's very what's the word? I'm getting considerate. So it considers multiple factors, okay? So this is someone who wants to look at the bigger picture, someone who doesn't just want to dissect things and just have a quick fix. This is someone who wants to look at the whole, something has been on hold, but look at the whole, W-H-O-L-E, and with the world, right? Look at the fullness of a situation and then find the best solution, the best way of addressing a situation, okay? This is someone who has a lot of, why am I hearing context, though that doesn't, what do you mean context? Okay, so they have a lot of substance, okay, all right. So this is someone who has a lot of experience in multiple subjects, multiple areas, and that's why, yeah, they have a lot of context. So they have a lot of wisdom, okay? They gain a lot of wisdom, or the situation is helping you expand in the area, in the multiple areas where you will have, you know, gained a lot of wisdom from the different experiences that you've undertaken, okay? All right. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, that makes sense. Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune, that's another major arcana. So we have the Death, the Hermit, the Wheel of Fortune. We saw the World, and the Strength came out. So right now we have 5 major arcana cards. We talked about the number 5 already, which is speaking about something that may require a lot of effort. It could be challenging, or just, you know, just maybe uncomfortable in the moment. But Wheel of Fortune says it's bringing about like this space of where you're feeling, whether it's unfamiliar or you feel some discomfort. It's growing pains. That's all it is, growing pains, okay? So you're being stretched right now. You're being expanded internally so that whatever you're creating in your reality will ground. It's going to be more stable. So it's not like you create something and then poof, it's gone in a couple of months. This is where you create and there's sustainability. It's something that you can eat on for a while, okay? Okay, so there's endurance here with the Strength energy. This thing has it has some substance, like it's substantial. It's substantial gains. So someone will have substantial gains from this transition, from this shift, from this new idea, from applying yourself in a way that is more paced and steady. Steady as you go. So steady as you go. I'm getting like a ship. Steady as you go. A pirate. Someone may have recently watched, what is that show with Johnny Depp? Oh my gosh. Where he's a pirate. So someone may be into those type of shows. But the card does say God has healed. Okay, so definitely whatever journey you've been on and coming out of, right? There has been healing. Okay, your new direction, Three of Wands, the places you're looking to now explore, Sagittarius energy, you have what it takes. It looks like there's been enough healing in this space for you to move with more precision, with more steadiness in your balance, your feet. Okay, someone could have had some issues with their feet and it's now healed. Also, that could be a sync for you. All right, it seems like we're wrapping up. Yeah, this message seems like it's slowing down now. So I think we got what we needed to get out of the message. Yeah, I'm getting one or two more, and that's it. Okay. And again, I haven't done this for a while, so maybe you've been away from something, doing something also, okay? And it's like you're coming back to something. Whatever you left and are coming back to, it's refined, okay? The star energy, it's been purified. It's been conserved also for you, right? This is equilibrium. Clemency protects against, you know, like difficulties or external energies that may try to go against something that you're implementing. The star is balance. The star is being successful. The star is not a pushy energy, to be honest. It's very I'm getting patient. I'm getting temperance with the star for some reason. So perhaps you have been waiting patiently for this right here. And because you have taken your time to work through whatever areas you needed to explore within, this is the reward. Okay, this is the fruits of your labor. This is the end result. This is yeah, the Wheel of Fortune. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Ace of Cups I did see on the split, so that might be significant for someone. This is leading you to something that is going to bring a lot of emotional fulfillment, one. And this is something that maybe you view as like your ideal situation, something that like in the best all cases, you know, this is something that you would choose as your first preference or your best. So it could be something about your best, doing your best, looking your best, or feeling your best. Okay, and when you are in that space energetically, naturally you attract the best that aligns with your best. Okay, all right. Horse energy is coming out. Independence. And it's interesting because this horse has flowers. They're done with flowers. Look at the horse, right? Flowers, garland, right? And think about a race. You know, the first prize goes to the person that wins the race. If you were in a race or in a competition, which that could be the Five of Wands as well, competing for a position, a spot. Well, you won the race. And perhaps with the horse, how it came out was a little bit on the side, so it could have been that something was very fast paced for you initially, but you've learned how to bring some balance to it. If that was the mind, then yeah, you've learned how to settle the mind, okay? Because this can speak about impulsivity, right? Being impatient or self-centered, you know, when you're not balanced. So the journey of taking some time on your own was to help regulate those areas within yourself. Blue could be significant as well. Fire energy and earth is prominent as well in this read. All right. Okay. That is the message, collective. If it resonated, don't forget to like and let me know in the comments. Until next time, love you guys.